Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet and Stella. And pardon I'm having a bad cold, but I hope you guys are able to hear me clearly. So today we are making this cute Burberry inspired mini skirt. This is on my 18-inch doll. It has pleats, but it's so cute on my doll. So that is how it looks like. So I'm not going to make for an 18-inch doll today. I want us to make for my crochet doll. Here's my crochet doll. I think she must be like either 15 inches because she's way smaller than my 18-inch. So you can see the difference. So I want us to make for my crochet doll. I want us to make that skirt for it. And as you can see, this skirt is so cute. It's so pretty. I hope you will like the tutorial, and I hope you will remember to subscribe and comment and leave a like and help me grow this channel. Okay, so guys, it is very easy to make adjustments on that skirt. You can even be able to make that skirt for an adult or for yourself, because what you do is, what I did was, you are going to measure your waist. You're going to use the waist measurements and measure the waist in centimeters, not in inches. So for example, if my waist is 28 inches, when you check on the centimeter side, it must be like 71.5 to 72 centimeters. So what you do is you're going to chain 72 centimeters times 5. So you're going to chain the total, which is around 360. That's a lot. For my 18-inch doll, her waist was 25 centimeters. So I did 25 times 5, which came to around 125 centimeters, and I added 1 for turning. So I chained 126. For my small doll, it's 18 centimeters. The waist is 18 centimeters times 5, which is around 90 plus 1. So I'm going to do a chain of 90 plus 1 for my 18 centimeter waisted doll. So for an adult, you just measure your waist in centimeters and multiply the waist measurements in centimeters by 5, and then you add 1 for turning, because you're going to do the stitches in single crochet. So you just add 1. So I'm going to chain 91 for my small doll. So let us begin. So for this particular project, I used wind tucking 4-ply yarn. It's acrylic yarn. You can use, honestly speaking, you can use any type of yarn that you have. I'm going to use this one. Is a little bit okay. I like this size. It's really nice and it's easy to work with. So I have this type of yarn in 4 different colors. I have white, black, beige, and red. So if you want your skirt to have the Burberry inspiration, you can use these same colors, or you can use any other colors that you have and any other type of yarn that you have. For this particular project, and because of this yarn, I'm using a 3.25 crochet hook, my scissors, and my needle. And so we're going to start. So I have just chained 91 chains, and we are not going to work in rounds, so there's no need of attaching. I'm going to turn my work and do my first single crochet there. So straight into the pattern and do our first single crochet. This skirt, I got the inspiration from Pinterest. and I said, let me just try to make it, and actually it came out very nicely. So we are going to do 1 single crochet to the end, just a row of single crochets only. And how to do a single crochet, you can check out my beginner video. I have a beginner video where I show how to make a single crochet, but this is how you do it. You just insert your hook on the next stitch, yarn over and go through 2. Very easy to do the single crochet. So this pattern is single crochets only, and it is very easy to make. So single crochets only. If you have not watched out my other videos for how to make my Zuri crochet doll, like the one that I have made, please make sure to check it out. You can try out that doll. It's very cute and very easy to make too. So I'm just doing single crochets only, and I'm going to do a row of single crochets only to the end here. So I'm going to repeat that up to the end. I will come and meet you at the end. And remember, we chained 90 plus 1 for turning, so that is why I skipped 1 and made my single crochet. Make sure by the end of this row you will be having, if you began with 125, make sure you have 125 single crochets. If you began with 90 like myself, make sure you have 90 single crochets up to here. So we're going to do that, just a row of single crochets, and then I will meet you. So I am coming to the end of my single crochets, and I've just done my last single crochet on the last stitch, and there I have my 90 single crochets. So I'm going to chain up 1, turn my work, and repeat the single crochets 2 more times. So I'm going to do 2 rows of single crochet using my beige color, and then I will come back after the 2 rows of single crochets and I will show you what to do next. So I have just done my last single crochet, and I'm not going to finish up the single crochet because I am going to attach my second color, which is black, and this is how I attach it, like that. Okay, from this row onwards, we are going to do a lot of carrying the yarn around, because we need to alternate these colors. So what I usually do is, when I'm doing my chain 1, I make sure to go through both of my loops so that this one is carried like a step higher. But now, because we do not need this beige color for the next, like 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, because we're going to alternate between black and white. So I will just leave it on this side. I'm going to turn my work. We have already chained 1 and do single crochets in color black. So I'm going to do single crochets in color black to the end. So just single crochets all the way to the end. Make sure to go over this so that you won't have to hide it after you're done crocheting. So just single crochets only up to the end. So I'm going to do mine off camera, and then I will come back and show you how to attach the white yarn and how to proceed from that. So I have come to the end. I'm going to do an unfinished single crochet. I'm going to pick up my white yarn and attach it. So I'm going to do a chain of 1, chain 1, I'm going to work over these two. One is the strip yarn, the yarn that when we attached, and then I'm going to work over the black, because I'm going to need the black on this other side when I'm coming back. So that is how we are going to alternate these different yarns. So I'm going to do another row of single crochet to the end using my white using my white yarn. I'm working with the black one, and I am going to work over the black yarn. I'm going to pull that to make the end nice, like that, like that. So I'll meet you guys here at the end so that I can show you what to do next. So I have come to the end of that row. I'm going to do an unfinished single crochet on the last stitch, like that. Then I pick up my other two yarn, my other beige and white yarn. You see this? Just to bring them up a little bit, like that. So you see the gray is not here, it is somewhere here. And since for the next two rows I still do not need the beige yarn, sorry, this beige yarn, I'm going to work over the white because I will need it on the other end, just like we did on this row. I'm going to do single crochets over the white so that we can go with it to the other side. Just a row of single crochets only. Look at our beige yarn, it's here, it is not down here, it is somewhere almost at the top. This one we will need it in the next like 3 rows or so. So right now I need my black and I need my white at the end, on the other side. So I'm going to carry it and I'm going to work over the white yarn. So I'm going to do single crochets to the end, working over the white yarn. So I am finished with that row. I'm going to do my last thing that I've done is an unfinished single crochet. I'm going to pick my white yarn and finish up that single crochet and do a chain of 1. I'm going to work over the black yarn because we need it on the other end, and then I'm going to do a row of single crochet in color white. So we will be having 2 rows of single crochet in color white and 3 rows in color black. So I'm going to do 2 more rows. So I'm going to repeat this one in white and another one in black, and then I will meet you after we have done the last row in color black. So by end of that you should be having 3 rows of black and 2 rows of white. So I will meet you after you have done that. I had forgotten to tell you guys, once you're done with your second row of white yarn and you're picking up your black yarn, you are going to work to leave the white on this side and work over the beige yarn, because this is what we will use in our next row. So I'm going to do a single chain, and then I'm going to work over my beige yarn and leave my white yarn on this side. Reason is because our next row after this black we are going to use beige. So for this row we are going to make the third row of in black, and we are working over our beige yarn here. So work over the beige yarn so that you can carry it to this other side, because we are going to use it on our next 3 rows after this row. So carry your beige yarn, leave your white on this side. Okay, so far this is how our work looks like. So next row I'm going to finish my last single crochet using my beige and chain 1, turn my work. For this row I'm going to do 3 rows of single crochets using my beige yarn, just 3 rows of single crochets, and I'm going to work over my black yarn so that it can come on this other side where our white yarn is. And then so 3 rows of single crochets, and make sure at the end here you at least pull up this white yarn and the black yarn so that it goes together with the the beige, so that it's not left so far. So this is how it looks like, guys, so far. I think by now you know how the pattern is. So I'm going to do just 1 row of single crochets in color red, and then I'm going to attach it here. Just bring this up. So I have my red yarn attached. I'm going to turn my work like that, and then I'm going to work over my beige yarn because I need my beige on this other side. So the pattern is beige, black, 3 rows of beige, black, white, black, white, black, 3 rows of beige, red, and then you start all over again from this. That's how the pattern is. So red is like the end of our the end of the pattern, and you need to start all over again. So after I'm done with this red, I'm going to do 3 rows like I did from the beginning, 3 rows of beige, and then I'll do then the black and the white and like that up to the length of your skirt. So I'm going to do my row of red, and as you notice I am working over my beige because I need my beige to be on the other end so that I can start over the pattern again with the beige on that other side. So I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to do my row of red, and then I will meet you once I'm done, and then we will proceed from there. Okay, so as you can see I am at the end of my row with red. I'm going to finish up with beige because I'm using beige on the next 3 rows. So we are going to start with the pattern again. So I'm going to do 3 more rows of single crochet in color beige. I will not use my red yarn again because my skirt is same size as this one. I will not get a chance of doing another row of red, so I'm going to cut off my yarn. And if you are proceeding with the other rows or a longer skirt, you can cut it off because you can just attach it again. You only need just 1 row of red, so just cut it off and you can attach it again if you need to use it again. So I'm going to cut mine off, and then I'm going to proceed now with the pattern. So I'm going to do 3 rows of single crochets in color beige, and then I will pick my black yarn from this end, carry it when I do my last, when I'm doing my second, is it, yeah, second, no, when I'm doing, yes, when I'm doing this, the second row of beige, I'm going to carry it so that it comes this other side, and then I just proceed carrying this yarn especially if you're proceeding with the pattern, so that you will not have to cut and attach, which is a lot of work. So I'm going to proceed with my 2 rows of beige, and then I will meet you after I've done that. So my people, we have started the pattern. So our next step is black. So I'm going to do a row of black, I'm going to do another row of white, and then I will be done with the length of my skirt. So I will come back and show you how to proceed from there. But if you have to make a little bit longer skirt, please make sure to just follow this pattern from here up to the red one, and then repeat, and then I will show you how to do the pleats. So guys, I am done with the length of my skirt, and I have done these running stitches, so I'm going to do to the end with you guys. So I did 3 rows of running stitches in black, 1 in between in red, 3 rows in black, 1 in red for the length of the skirt. So I'm doing the last one, and this is what I do. So I go through 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then from in between the 6th and the 7th I do running stitches going down. Do not worry if the running stitches are straight or not, but try your best, at least so that it is not very crooked, but try to do them as straight as you can. Or if you have any other way of doing this, you can just go ahead and do that, but this is how I did mine. So I did running stitches, in color red. I'm going to finish up this here, then you can cut off the yarn and you will hide the ends later. Then I pick up my black yarn, count 1 2 3 4 5 6, so I can start from here so that I can hide my yarn. And from there I do running stitches in black going down in color black, that. And then instead of cutting the yarn, I will go through 2, and then I make another row of running stitches going up, trying to make them as straight as I can. Do not worry if they are crooked, or just try your best to make it as straight as you can. Like I said, if you have a better way of doing this, please go ahead and use your way of doing them in straight, but this is how I did mine. And from my already finished skirt, it was not very straight, but it was not very visible. So I'm going to again go through, let me just bring my yarn to this side, go through 2 to finish up, and in between there do your running, your running stitches again going down. So you're going to do that for the width of the skirt. Just like that. So I'll go ahead and cut off my and hide this yarn and cut those scrap yarns so that it looks like that. Okay, so I'll go ahead and hide this and then come back and we will proceed on what to do. So after doing your running stitches, I will go, now we are going to proceed and do the pleats. And like I said, the pleats are facing the same direction, and so we are going to continue with the pattern. So I'm going to pick up my black yarn, and I'm going to use the black yarn and do not forget to carry the white yarn. Okay, All right, so I'm going to pick my work like that, and I will make sure that I have 15 stitches. So I should be having 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and then 5 1 2 3 4 5, and then 5 1 2 3 4 5, so up to here. So I will go through all 3 stitches. So I'll go through the where was the my other 5? Okay, let me start again. 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So this one and this one. So I will go through this and the next 2 and go and still carry my white yarn. So I'm going to do a single crochet through all of those 3 stitches. I don't know if you can be able to see. So like the next one that I'll pick is 2, and then I pick the second stitch from this and the second stitch from this. Those are 2, these, and then I go to the third one, and the third one on the other side. I go through those 2, and then fourth and fourth, and then the last one. That is why when we started, I was telling you guys that you need to do a multiple of 5, so that your pleats will be 5 stitches, 5 stitches, 5 stitches, and that is how it looks like so far. So let me just show you from the next one. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So I'm going to pick my 15th stitch, which is this one, and make sure that I have 5 here and 5 on this other side. So I'm going to go through the next one and then the next one. Make sure you have 5. 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. I think mine, I have done many, sorry. Oh, that's how I'm able to do it, sorry. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and this one, the first one. So and 5 and 5. These are 5, these are 5, and the back ones are 5. So you go through one panel 1, and you go through this, and you go through the last one, the second. So when you're doing the single crochet, you should be like, I've already done 2, this should be 5. Here you should single crochet 5. I don't know, I am hoping you guys are able to understand what I'm saying. I don't know if I have any other simpler way of doing this. 3 4, but when I do the other, let me try to do the other pleat so that you can understand more. And 5. All right, so I'm going to pick my work like this, bring it to my right side, but before I do anything, I am going to make sure that here I have 5 stitches, here I have 5 stitches, and here I have 5 stitches. So 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5 is here, 1 2 3 4 and 5. So I'm going to locate the 5 on this 2. 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. Wait, this is the 5 that I need to So I'm going to pick the beginning one of the 15th one and the 14th and the 1st and crochet them together using a single crochet. And then I'll go through this must be the 14th, the 9th and the 2nd one. Go through them using a single crochet, 13th and the 8th and the 3rd one, like that. And then the 11th and the 7th and the 4th, like that. And then the 15th, is it the 15th? Yes. And the 10th and the 5th, and go through them like that. So I have made little pleats of 5 single crochets. So 5, 5 and 5, but we the in between ones we have, so it's like you're counting 15 single crochets and folding them in halves like that. So you just make sure that you have 5 here and 5 in between and 5 here, and then you crochet 5 single crochets there. So I'm going to proceed that to the end, and then I will meet you once I'm done that. So after doing the pleats, that is how mine are, and they're all facing in the same direction like that. So we're going to go ahead and now do the waistband, and to do that we are going to start working in rounds. So I'm going to attach to the first single crochet, then I'm going to pick my white yarn, and then I'm going to proceed with the pattern. I'm going to do a single crochet, a chain of 1 single crochets. So I'm going to do that, and then I will meet you here at the end. By the way, guys, if you are making this skirt for an adult size, because of the hip measurements, you will not work the waistband in rounds. Instead, I would want you to not to work in rounds. So when you reach this point, do not attach to the first single crochet. Instead, I will turn your work and work the waistband, not in rounds, but just the normal way that we did, and then so that you will have some space for putting either a buttonhole, so that your skirt can fit where your hips are. As you notice, my doll does not have the hips, so the hips and the waist are almost like the same size, so it will fit the doll perfectly. So for an adult size, please make sure to make the waistband not in rounds, but the way we've been making this part, so that you can have a button. But this part we are going to sew it in using a needle. So I hope you will remember to do that for an adult size. Make sure you do that, because the waist, as you can see, that the waist has really, it has become smaller, and now this is going to be the same size as my doll's waist. So do not forget to consider the waist when making for an adult size. Yes. So I am at the end, and I want to attach my black yarn so that I can proceed with the pattern. So I'm going to just work over the white yarn, because I will not need it anymore, so that I can just cut it off and not hide that scrap bit. So I'm going to do again just a row of single crochets in color black, and I'm going to cut off this white yarn. I don't need it anymore, just cut it off, and then work one row in color black, and then I will come again and work 2 more rows in beige color, the same pattern for the waistband, and then I will meet you after I've done 2 more rows, 1 row in black and 2 more rows in beige, and then we will do this cute edging together here. So I'll meet you at the after I've done those 3 rows. So guys, I am done. I have already even stitched this part. Then I'm going to, now we're going to do the edging, and what I do is I'm going to chain 1, go to the next stitch, slip stitch, chain 1, next stitch is a slip stitch like the way I am just doing, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1, all round. Look at the way it's so pretty so far. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to repeat that, where we just slip stitch and then we chain 1, slip stitch, chain 1, like that, and then I will be done with the pattern, and then I will come and show you the end result. So guys, this is the final look. This is how it looks on my doll. The skirt looks on my doll. It's so cute on it. I hope you will get to try out this tutorial. You can see the size is so different. So I hope you get to make this skirt, and I hope you will subscribe. Remember to comment and leave a like also, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye.